Destination Mark.
Hey guys, how's it going? Marc here. Happy St. Patrick's Day, and immediately, warning, opinions and shit. If you don't want to hear them, yeah, you can leave. I've been on record saying that I'm not the biggest Sonic fan out there. It's not that I hate the series or the character or anything like that. It's just that every game I've played in the series is kind of meh. But we've got two new Sonic games now that were announced, I believe last year, and they're still kind of meh. But we've got some new info that was revealed to us yesterday at South by Southwest on Sonic Mania and Project Sonic 2017, which has been confirmed now to be called Sonic Forces. So that's the one I want to go over, but of course, let's get some Mania stuff out of the way real quick, just to recap it for whoever hasn't seen the live streams that were done at the event and stuff. And speaking of which, link down below to one of the live streams that I was watching from someone who was there at the event, and also link down below in the description to one of my previous thoughts videos on these two games right after they came out, or were announced. So there's that. So right out the gate, Sonic Mania, it looks okay. It's not for me. I'm not going to buy it because I already have a bunch of 2D Sonic games. So this is just another one of them. So nothing too, huge or special or anything like that. Nothing too new per se, besides all the new. There's new zones and even returning zones. Like they confirmed one yesterday, what's it called? Something Battery Zone. I believe it's from Sonic and Knuckles. So there's that. People went crazy. They mainly showed off artwork and just talked a lot. And then they revealed that Battery Zone, whatever. That was returning, and then they also showed off, for the people there in person, they got to see the Sonic statuette with him standing on the Genesis, and you hit a little button and it goes Sega, so that was pretty cool. But besides that, Sonic Mania, I think all of that took like about maybe 20 or 30 minutes to in the event for them to cover, so it was okay. Again, I'm not going to really buy that game because I really see no reason to, but for those who grew up with that classic, Genesis era Sonic, and they were like, we want more of that, you're getting more of that. So the only other thing that they said on this game was that it was being delayed from spring to summer, and some fans were actually rejoicing about that because Sega is actually going to delay a Sonic game so we can get more development time. Who'd have thunk? So, so there's that. Yeah, Sonic Mania. Yeah. But of course, the piece de resistance, join the resistance, Sonic Forces. So, I saw the gameplay today. I saw all 40 seconds of gameplay, and I didn't watch the entirety of that portion of the live stream, but I got enough to where I could talk at least a little bit about it here. And it looks like any other 3D Sonic game. It looks mainly like Generations, and even though people were thinking this game was going to be called Generations 2, it's obviously not called Generations 2. It might as well be called Generations 2 because Classic Sonic is in it again, but I believe this is just more of like a spiritual successor to Generations. So while it's not actually called Generations 2, again, it might as well be, but they did say that the reason why it's called Sonic Forces is because it is going to have a lot to do with the forces of good, the forces of evil, fighting the forces, It's kind of it actually invokes a lot of Sonic Sat AM, of like, the freedom fighters, the resistance against, the villains. So that's kind of cool, or maybe they'll do some kind of like Captain America Civil War where like, characters will defect to the opposite sides for whatever the fuck reasons. Like, I don't know. I'm just making wild guesses on what this whole forces thing means. But one thing I have to kind of criticize is the fucking logo. It's bland. It's a bland logo. They could have at least put more fucking colors in there. You see that star though? That star invokes Generations because it got straps through it, looking like that circle with the stripes, the Generations logo. 3 colors. Did I just say it already? No shading, no lighting. But whatever. So it just looks incredibly like basic. If they kind of redo that logo as time goes on, it'd probably be for the better. In terms of the gameplay though, it kind of looks bland as well. It's Okay, it's 40 seconds, yes, but could have showed us something fucking exciting in 40 seconds. Instead, we get running, collecting rings, doing the zip line, and then jumping off a spring. You know, more running. That's every 3D Sonic game like ever. So, okay, here's where the gripes really start to come in. And I'm still gonna fucking defend Sonic Boom to a certain extent. Don't get all riled up yet. I hope you didn't pause when I made that pause. I hope you didn't pause the video and then start typing out your mean comment. Wait a fucking second. Watch to the end of the video. Watch this part. Okay, so I will defend Sonic Boom in its concept. Its concept is really fucking cool because it's like, oh, okay, so what they were going for was different for a Sonic game, and the fact that it was going to be a 3D platformer Sonic, which is something I've been wanting to see, so I can try and get into this damn franchise. Right there could have been my gateway. And the game, of course, in the end was just incredibly underdeveloped, so that's why no one likes it, and they call it the Sonic 14 or whatever. When did it come out? Was it 14? I don't fucking remember. Sonic fucking, Sonic 06 Part 2, I guess. I don't fucking know. But, I like that concept. I like the fact that being fast, gotta go fasting is still there, but it's not the focal point it's not the central fucking deal of the game, and it's more of the exploration and finding things, solving puzzles. That sounds like things that aren't Sonic, but there could have been a clever way to combine those two things if that game had more fucking development time. Anyway, I like that concept. That's the basic point of me bringing up Sonic Boom. So the thing is, they challenged the format of Sonic games. It's not just about running, collecting rings, jumping on springs. It's more of like, and then having to fucking wait on a platform going like this for like 30 seconds. It's more of like, okay, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna, you know, try and give the characters more personality. And, you know, again, they kind of failed, but it's more of like, at least they were trying something new. I saw the gameplay footage for this, and I'm like, there's nothing new here to challenge either new players to being like, okay, well, I've seen Sonic, I've heard of Sonic. The games are all the same for the most part, but this one looks different. Well, this one, you know, Sonic Forces, doesn't really look different. It just looks, okay, aesthetically and visually looks a little bit different, but in terms of the gameplay structure, it's still the same. It's going to be linear in terms of generations, like Sonic Colors, you know, Unleashed, Secret Rings, like all of those ones. So it's going to be another one of those games, and that's where, when I realized that, I was like, oh, okay. Like, it's going to be another one of those games. It's not going to be anything, holy shit, they're doing this? Like, this looks fucking crazy. Oh my god, the gameplay is a little bit more different now. It's got the same kind of, you know, Sonic charm, but done in a different way. Like, it's not that, and that's what pisses me off. Well, not pisses me off, but it disappoints me. To where it's like, I kind of I had not so much as high hopes for this game, and I was like, well, if they can do something to entice me to want to play it, then maybe I'll want to play it. And I'm not getting that for this. For all 40 seconds of gameplay. It's still pretty early to judge, but this is more of a thoughts video, not a first impressions video, but it might as well be a first impressions video, because my first impressions were, okay. Like, this is a thing now. Okay. So, I'm sorry guys, I'm trying so hard. Look at all the Sonic games down here. You can't see them, I can see them. We got Sonic Generations, Sonic Lost World, Sonic Secret Rings, Black Knight. I've tried playing them all, and I can't get into any of them because it's either shitty controls. Like, there's a difference between changing up the formula with gimmicks and then changing up the formula with, like, the structures of the levels, the actual game design itself. There is a difference. All of those games down there employ gimmicks, and they don't work. So that's how come I don't like those games. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not a big fan of the 3D Sonics. The 2D Sonics were like, okay, but again, when you're trying to go so fast and it's built around, well, fast movement. No character back then could move this fast, so Sonic the Hedgehog will be the first one to move that fast. While it sounds cool, again, you should have rethought your fucking level design while building everything around this fast hedgehog. So, again, you're stuck there either swimming and going so slow, or you're fucking on a moving platform for like 10 seconds, where, I don't know, does this sound like bitching at this point? It's probably bitching at this point. Basic TLDR, fucking, Sonic Forces looks okay. I'm not saying it looks like shit, I'm not saying it's, fucking Mario's better, like, no, fucking, what? It's just that I've never gone into Sonic because of how either the pace was broken up when you're trying to go fast and then you hit a wall or you're on a fucking moving platform, or it's got gimmicks, or it just doesn't look appealing, or I just can't get through a certain part and the conveyance is all off. Like, something along those lines has happened to me in every single Sonic game I've ever played, besides like Sonic the Fighters or Sonic R, which are straightforward games that no one likes or cares about or probably even remembers. But I needed something new, something like big. Like Sonic Boom was, while risky, pretty big of them to be like, let's do something different. And again, if that game wasn't underdeveloped, and if they developed it enough to where, you know, these cool things could have actually been cool, then that would have been cool. This is not cool. This is like, well, let's make another one of those ones. It's like the way Mario games used to be, where Mario was like, okay, well, 3D world, make it like Land because it's a sequel. So we're not going to make it completely different, but it's another one of those ones. Or, no, better example, New Super Mario Brothers. Number 4 on the Wii U, yeah, make it like that one. Make it like the one on the Wii. But better graphics, a 1080p. And that's it. Sonic, I mean, fucking Mario Run, there's also Sonic Runners, but Mario Run, yeah, make it like that one, not the other 4. But on the iPhone, so you're doing this. One hand only, remember that, one hand. Have I pissed anyone off yet? Sorry. So I'm trying to make sure on the little checklist. Okay, Mario Run sucks, Sonic, Project Sonic 2017, whatever. Okay. Again, let's recap all of that real quick before I sign off. Sonic Mania, it looks okay. I'm not bashing any of them in terms of like, well, they look like shit because they don't, but Sonic Mania is just another 2D Sonic game. I personally don't care about that because I already have a bunch of other 2D Sonic games I can play, which are just about the same. They're just not in fucking HD. Sonic Forces, we need more info on it. It's supposed to come out like I think winter 2017 or sometime late 2017. So there's that. But from what we've seen so far, I'm not impressed. I just personally am not impressed. It looks like, you know, there's no challenge to form. It's actually going back to its original format, but it's not trying to do anything different or play with anything in that format. From what we've seen so far from these 40 seconds, it's just more running, collecting rings, jumping on springs, and that's like all that happened in those 40 seconds. Like, either extend the time and show us some cool shit like him fighting those big-ass robots in the background, or reveal another surprise character that's in this game that, you know, he's going to be teaming up with, like not Shadow again or anything like that, but like maybe some other cool character or something, and not, of course, classic Sonic. But they did label this as the first modern Sonic gameplay, which means classic Sonic returns to classic Sonic gameplay, so I wonder how that's going to turn out. Again, it's too early to be like, okay, well, this game gets a fucking 3 out of 5 or like a 1 out of 5, like, too early for that shit. I know that, I'm just saying, like, from what I'm seeing so far, it's another Sonic game, so I don't know why people are like... What prompted me to make this video is that everywhere, on Twitter and just online, everyone's like, oh my god, new Sonic, it looks fucking cool, new Sonic, holy shit, so excited, it's a new Sonic, and I'm like, it's a new Sonic, but technically not, because it's still going to look and play and feel like all the other Sonics. So, I'm just not impressed by that, because I thought, okay, well, Sonic Boom, being the last 3D Sonic game before this one, of course not made by Sonic Team, but they were trying something different, and if that could have worked, maybe a whole line of Sonic games like that could have come out. Not that that was going to be Sonic's new format, but it could have been something cool to experiment around with had that game done good. Didn't do good, so they were like, oh yeah, disregard that pathetic attempt to make it a Sonic game. Let's do an actual, legit, true Sonic game, but not make it any different than any other one you've ever played, which people have complained about, by the way. There are people out there, a good portion of people out there, who don't like Sonic Adventure, 1 or 2, everyone hates Sonic 06, Lost Rings, Secret Rings, Black Knight, all the other ones, I can't even, there's so many of them, I can't even fucking remember. Colors, Generations, Lost World, I mean, to each their own with opinions, but people said Generations did well, and then Lost World was kind of like, yeah, I couldn't miss with some people. Like, I think it's a Galaxy clone. I'm one of those people that think that. But this one just looks like, okay. That's all I'm trying to say. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. What do you guys think? Do you hate me? Because that's probably going to be a thing now. I'm Marcelo. We'll see you guys later. I don't know. I'll probably report more the more that comes out about it, just to see, like, to balance it out, because, you know, God forbid that people throw about their opinions on the internet, but especially when it comes to something like Sonic or something. But it just looks okay. I mean, it's not great. It's not even like, holy crap. It's just like, well, there's robots. That's not new. Not even that's new. So I don't know. It's a little too early to be like, this looks like shit. It doesn't even look like shit. I'm just saying it looks unimpressive. So I want to go now before I get stoned, and not the kind. I'm Marcelo. I will see you guys later. This is fucking awkward. Take care.